Many growth companies haven't defined the culture they need to succeed, so they end up with a culture that's actually working against the goals they have for their business. Whether you like it or not, you have an organizational culture in your business, either by design or by default. And using your organization's core values every day to define your company culture is a powerful strategy implemented by the most successful organizations. Around 50% of the businesses I meet don't have a defined set of core values. The next 40%, let's say, have them, but they're just collecting dust. They may be on their website, written on a laminated card or framed and hanging on the wall somewhere around the office. The trouble is, no one is living them. The final 10% of the CEOs and businesses I meet actually live their values every day. To create the culture you need for your company to be successful, the leaders have to live and breathe the core values every day. So how do you do that? Well, let's find out. Core values provide the link between your vision, your strategy, and your people. They define your company's culture and personality, and therefore your brand, how your customers experience you. And most importantly, values serve as the foundation on which tough company decisions are made. Welcome to Summit Scale, where entrepreneurs come to learn how to build their small businesses into mid-sized companies. So what are core values? Well, they're a small set of guiding principles on which a company was founded and which it operates on a daily basis. If you establish the right set of values early, these principles won't change with time. Therefore, they're timeless. And values establish your company's view of the world and determine how you treat people, including employees, customers, suppliers, all your stakeholders. And when values fully permeate the company, the leadership team can avoid being sucked into many of the day-to-day operational issues. This gives managers and leaders the confidence to delegate important tasks, and they can trust that employees will know the right things to do when faced with a decision or an ethical dilemma. And values are critical to attracting the right people to your business, those that fit in your culture. So how do you go about defining your organization's core values? Well, similar to individuals, you can't create them. You have to go into the depths and discover them. That's a big mistake a lot of leaders make, trying to set them top down from the boardroom. They're already in your organization. They just get lost in the day-to-day chaos. And your task is a matter of rediscovering what they are and instilling them as the code you play by. And don't confuse values that you think the organization should have, but doesn't, with authentic core values. Nor can you install new core values into people. Core values are not something people buy into. People must be predisposed to holding them. You can't get people to adapt to your core values. Instead, the task is to find people who are already predisposed to sharing them, and you must attract and then retain these people and let those who aren't predisposed to your values go elsewhere. And the best values are usually phrases, not single words, because phrases narrow down the range of interpretation. And the most important question of all, how do you bring your values alive in your organization? Well, once you have your values, it's the repeating of and consistently living those values that's the most difficult part of the process. We have to go beyond merely posting the values on the wall and handing out plastic laminated cards. So here's 8 ways to keep your values alive and simplify your people systems. First, publish them. I always recommend producing a small booklet with examples of behavior that demonstrate living the values in your business. Second, use them for hiring. Design your interview questions and assessments to test an applicant's alignment with your core values. And then third, make sure your induction or orientation process includes the teaching of your core values. Fourth, in managing performance, core value objectives should provide the framework on which you hang your performance management system. And then fifth, organize your recognition and reward categories around your core values. You also gain a new source of corporate stories each time recognition is given that highlights a core value. And then 6, internal newsletters. Highlight a core value with each issue, incorporating stories about people putting the core values to work for the improvement of the company. And then 7 themes. Use your core values to bring attention to your company improvement efforts. And then finally, 8, everyday management. When you make a decision, relate it to a value. When you recognize or reprimand performance, refer it to a value. In a growth company, without designing your company's culture to support your goals, the likelihood of imploding is high. So using your organization's core values every day to define your company's culture is a powerful strategy to support your success. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. I'm Shane Spears of Summit Scale. See you next time.